Literally 11:30 at night, and I just got back from seeing Guardians of the Galaxy for a second time, and I might be sleepy as shit, but we're going to talk about this movie and some spoilers. On my YouTube subscribers, Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel fans, I hope you guys are having an amazing start to your weekend, because Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is officially in theaters tomorrow for you guys to see, or it's in theaters today whenever you're watching this video. First of all, big shout outs to my man at Monarch Charms. This is nice. I love this charm. Thank you, my man. Now the obligatory shoutouts are out of the way, we gotta talk about some Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 spoilers, because holy shit, there was a lot of movie to take in. Between the scenes with Rocket Raccoon, between the revelations, between the Guardians and Gamora and everything that's happening, it's just so much crazy shit. So you gotta click on this video to talk about spoilers. What is the movie about? What is going on? So let's talk about the movie beat for beat. Here is the official spoiler talk, going from start to finish for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Hey, ain't seen the movie yet. What are you watching the spoiler video for? Here's what you know about the movie. In spoilers, here we go. The movie opens up and establishes that we got Rocket Raccoon, he's kind of like that, I'm awesome, but I'm also like, I'm getting too old for this shit type deal. Really saved the world with the Avengers, brought back half the universe, and had to deal with 30 minutes of screen time with Thor from Thor Love and Thunder. Yeah, it's time for me to retire on the pasture. So Rocket's is chilling with the crew and the Guardians, stuff like that. He goes see Peter Quill, and Peter Quill's like drinking and shit, but he's still like missing Gamora. Please bear with me, because like I said, this movie was 2 hours 30 minutes long, and I just got back home and I'm trying to like remember like it all. So what happened next is you literally get Adam Warlock. Yeah, Adam Warlock just gets on the scene and shit and just wrecks hell. That I didn't remember watching and seeing, because I was just like, out of nowhere, you got Rocket like, fuck is that? And Adam Warlock just crashes in and shit, and he just wipes out all the Guardians in the crazy action scene that was just like, first of all, he hurts Rocket really bad. Rocket's a little raccoon, stuff like that. So like when Adam Warlock like took our trash panda, and I'm gonna turn him into fucking street pizza. It's just like, Rocket, R.I.P. might be it. He takes out the Guardians left and right. Takes out Manda, takes out Drax. Like, he fucking almost turns Drax's face to a crushed meatball. So Nebula with her awesome new arm. They never explained that. Well, I think Rocket like made it for her and stuff, because I was thinking like, does that take place after the Guardian special? Is it the vibranium arm that she got from Bucky? He takes out Adam Warlock, but you're thinking like, did he just take it out like that? What a punk. I know P flies off to be in more scenes and shit, so like, oh, okay, Adam's not dead, thank God. But more or less the crux of this entire story, this entire plot, is that Adam Warlock hurt Rocket so much at the point that he's pretty much all life support. So they're like, okay, we gotta go to these various planets and shit to get this MacGuffin, this thing, to help Rocket, because apparently they can't do surgery on his heart because he's got some type of bomb or something attached to it. I took the bomb out, it explodes. Tried to work on it, it explodes. Either way, we're gonna have an explode raccoon guts on our hand. Can't have that. Keep it PG-13, otherwise it ain't gonna work. So Peter Quill and the Guardians, they go off on another adventure. They go off to meet the Ravagers and shit. They go to this eyeball planet or whatever shit to get this thing that's gonna hopefully cure Rocket, bring him back to life. But now before we run into Gamora's with the Ravagers and shit like that. She's with Sylvester Stallone, Rocky Balboa. More or less, it's just this whole thing of Peter Quill being like, Gamora, can you come back to me, please? I miss you. I love you. But more or less, Gamora just like, I'm not the Gamora that you think I know. This is like I met Guardians Gamora. This is like, Thanos, deadliest woman alive. Gamora, her. Quite learned that lesson yet, but Nebula, like her and Nebula are still like this, because they're still sisters and shit. So the whole theme and crux of the movie with Peter's arc is he has to learn to just like let go and move on. But it does get a little annoying at points, because part of me is just like, I was sitting next to my brother watching this, and I was just thinking like, you know what, if my brother didn't know who I was, like if I went back in time and he came back and it was just like, yo, I don't know who you are, like you're we say we're brothers and shit like that, but I like have no memory, I have no history of shit we did. Get to a point where you're just pretty much just like, yeah, you really aren't him at all, so is it worth trying to invest all this time and give you all these memories and shit like that you clearly don't know about? It's gonna frustrate you, it's gonna frustrate me. So it's just like, I'm glad like skip forward a little bit. At the end of the day, Peter Quill kind of learns that lesson and learns to just like, let Gamora let go. If it's meant to be, she'll find her way back to me. If not, then it was good to know her. It's a comedy movie real quick because Mantis and Drax, these two go back and forth. At the end of the day, they do love each other as shit. Get to a point where it's kind of just like, we're kind of treading Guardians of the Galaxy 2 kind of humor with these two. So like I said, that's kind of like touch and go for me. And all of that, Drax is the big dumb idiot, stuff like that. But it's also kind of like, yeah, he's got some heart to him too, or lovable idiot giant. Speaking of giant, Groot had like 2 good scenes, and they were like at the end of the movie where he like sprouted wings and shit like he was fucking Falco or something. And then there's also the scene you saw in the trailer and stuff like that where he got the multiple guns. He's helping out Peter Quill shooting shit up. That was awesome too. A Groot, but it was just like, Groot's not really in the movie too much. So for all you Groot fans, just like, where's my Groot? Ain't really in it. Speaking of people who ain't really in it, Rocket is doing this whole movie like on his deathbed till the end of the movie, and pretty much it's the Rocket show with him having flashbacks of him with his other woodland friends and shit. You learn through the series of flashbacks that the High Evolutionary, the main baddie in this movie, he took Rocket, and Rocket was just like, he was just born super smart and shit because Rocket saw that the High Evolutionary is working on these other creatures, shit like that, and it's just like, oh, clearly here's the problem. How to fix it. Rocket is the missing gene, the missing link to just, I guess, perfection and shit, because she's High Evolutionary, he's a wackadoo crazy nuts. I think pretty much Marvel was just like, well, you know, if we can have a black, eccentric, wacky, unhinged villain that worked for Kang, let's do that for every other black villain we cast. That's the mold. Yeah, they're just like, he's a High Evolutionary. He is intense and he's crazy. He's got superpowers, shit like that. He can control gravity and stuff. That's pretty menacing. But then I'm kind of like, it's kind of discount Kang. Moving forward, we get to the scene where Gamora and Peter, again, they're trying to be like, will they, won't they type deals and shit. Adam Warlock gets back on the scene to kind of almost wreck house, but then Adam ends up being on the Guardian side, shit like that, because High Evolutionary decided that, yeah, they go to Half World. It's, again, you saw in the trailer, the planet with the animals, shit like that. Yeah, R.I.P., they're all dead. Yeah, I said it was spoiler. Pretty much just like, yeah, I'm a god, and I don't care about these people. If the experiment doesn't work, let's just start all over again. So he blows the planet up. He does. And if we could skip forward ahead again, because there's a whole bunch of shit happened in this movie, what you need to know is that we did get a heartbreaking moment because Rocket's, again, his real close friends that he was stuck in the cell with when he was a little baby raccoon all got experimented on. It was a walrus, it was an otter, it was a bunny rabbit. When you first see him, you're just like, this is some Sid from Toy Story type shit. What the fuck did you do? These poor animals got like robot arms and fucking their eyeballs are all like this and shit, and they got their mouth up. It's just like, this is like some Sid from Toy Story shit right here. I swear Peter's gonna have a fit. The point in the movie where it's like, yeah, Rocket and Lila, they're all hugging, everything's cool, and they're about to leave to go to freedom because Rocket learns that the Evolutionary's a dickhead, he wasn't gonna free him, and then he just shoots Lila and she died. Yeah, that was a little heartbreaking because it was just like, I don't want to see animals get hurt. So Lila, she got shot in the way it was executed. I was like, oh, that's bad news. And the other animals got shot too. I was just like, yeah, so he's just full asshole. Kill him, Rocket. Rocket does scratch his face out. Shit, that's why he's got like the little robot kind of RoboCop thing going on, which Peter does address. To the end of the movie, more or less, Rocket Raccoon gets revived and shit because it's not his time to die yet, because we got more Guardian and Marvel movies to come with him, so he can't die. You were thinking this whole time, oh yeah, Rocket Raccoon's all gonna bite the dust. He does not. He lives. Our trash panda lives, yeah! Who you think was almost gonna die because, like I said, the High Evolutionary, he gets wiped out. His ship crashes into the, nowhere, the planet Guardian Galaxy HQ and shit. And all these other crazy monsters are attacking it. It's pretty like, as much as kind of like scary shit, oh my god. You sit back kind of just like, well, this is pretty much like a Marvel third act. You gotta have some type of CGI, nameless villains that you don't care about going against the heroes and shit. Yep, Marvel third act. The Rocket squares off against the High Evolutionary along with the other Guardians. They kick ass. Kill him. Yeah, he's dead, I suppose. Then it gets to the end of the movie, we have an emotional send-off because it's just like the Guardians acknowledge that Rocket, you're going to lead the crew. You're the new Guardian. You're the new leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Peter Quill's going to go back to Earth because he learned to let go of Gamora. He's going to go see his father. Mantis is pretty much like, I'm going to just fuck off and raise these squid creatures and shit like that because I'm a Pokemon breeder now. Nebula and Drax are going to stay on nowhere to rebuild the land, and now Rocket is with Cosmo the dog. Somebody else, I don't remember. But just know that he got his own Guardian of the Galaxy now, so that's cool. Two pro-credit scenes as we see Rocket with the new Guardians of the Galaxy that was dope to see in their original costumes. And then you got Peter Quill in the last one sitting in with his dad eating a bowl of Cheerios, so we got to promote product placement. And then it ends with the legendary Star-Lord will return in something. So it's like, oh, Star-Lord's coming back. Good to know. At the end of the day, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was a pretty exceptional Marvel movie. I had a great time with it. It's a James Gunn love letter to the fans of all the Guardians movies. I will say, like, this is just the complete trilogy. 1, 2, and 3. This is it. So if you liked it, let me know. Type below what your thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is in theaters right now. Check it out. Go see it. Have a good time. And yeah, enjoy the film. And as always, subscribe. Until next time.